I'm very honored to be here. I knew Upendranath Brahma, Bodofa, long time back when he came to Bombay. I was a young journalist then, and he had visited my home. He had spoken at the press conference in Bombay. And so during that time, even when he was in the final stages of his cancer treatment, he took so much effort to explain to the people of Bombay about the issues of Bodoland. And people had never, in the rest of India, did not know who the Bodos are, what is their struggle. So even till his last dying breath, he spoke about your struggle. He was working for you. I don't know how he managed to do that with the kind of treatment he was taking. And unfortunately, he passed away at that time, and I happened to be on the flight when they were bringing his body back to Assam and to Bodoland. And I was on the same flight, and when I witnessed the lakhs of people who had gathered to pay homage to their most revered leader. And in my view, he was not just a leader of the Bodos, he was a northeastern leader. He spoke for the northeast and he tried to explain to the rest of India that if you keep pushing the tribal people of the northeast against the wall, then they are left with very few options. And how do you get Delhi's attention? Is it only through violence that then Delhi listens to you? Or will you listen to our peaceful movements? And that was the very important thing he was trying to tell people in Bombay that, listen to us and help us to to develop according to our aspirations and our needs. That the tribal people have their own destiny and they do know what is development. They have nurtured the forest, they've nurtured this land, they've the water sources of India, the food of India, all of this comes from these areas. The biodiversity of this area has been protected by the tribal people. So I think he, through his demand for statehood, for Bodoland, for sixth schedule, all of these were ways of telling the rest of India that the tribal people deserve this autonomy and that we have the capacity to make the right decisions that are good for everybody. So I feel that the rest of India, and I wish that our government in Delhi would award uh, Bodofa, Upendranath Brahma, the Bharat Ratna, because he is one of the most outstanding leaders of our time. And we are seeing the phases of the Bodo movement as it, at different phases. And it went through rock bottom after he died. I mean, the kind of violence and chaos that erupted also happened at that time. And it was a very challenging situation for the Bodo leaders to deal with. And there was hostility all around. And yet, you have managed somehow, and led by Apsu, the legacy of Upendra Brahma. Apsu was such a powerful force in bringing the communities of Bodoland together, and that you united in this demand for sixth schedule. And you have got a government that is working for peace and bringing benefits to all the communities of Bodoland. That is what is required today. And let us not give in to hatred and division, because that you end up being the loser at every step of the way. So I feel for the Northeast that this is the legacy of Upendra Brahma, that how do we carry people forward together in peace and working together for development and for the benefit of everybody. So I hope that our government in Delhi will award him the Bharat Ratna. He deserves it, and we in the rest of India will take great pride, as would the Bodos and the people of the Northeast. I want you to know that many people have told me before I came here this time that we are intently watching what the Bodos are doing and what APSU is doing and how you are handling the current crisis. So, you see Ladakh is now fighting for sixth schedule. You see the Manipur tribes are in great disarray. How do we find solutions that are not piecemeal, but we find solutions that meet the aspirations of all our tribal people in India, not just the Northeast? And I think that is the legacy of Upendranath Brahma Bodofa in showing us the way forward.